Blast me to the mortal realms! It's time for the Mad Merlins review of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer, issue 64 by Hachette Partworks and Warhammer. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer video review, and today we're looking at issue 64, which for you grots is a very special one, as you get the Loonking himself, Skragrot. So yeah, they're pretty much head honcho of the Gloomspite Gits, self-proclaimed Loonking. Yeah, really cool model, lovely detail. So yeah, we'll take a look at that in just a sec. First off then, don't forget to of course like the video if you are enjoying the content, and if you are, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Finally, you can check all the links in the video description, including all my other social medias, and if you'd like to help support the channel, there's a link to my Patreon down there as well. So without further ado, let's get into issue 64. Opening them up. So much like our last issue, we have just a single frame, but a rather nice little frame. We also have a small oval base. So, I think that's like a 40mm oval base, 40 by 60 maybe. Yeah, pretty nice little base for him to go on. And yeah, we have our issue. So we have, of course, all about Skragrot, the Loonking. We learn all about the histories of fires within the realm of Akshi, and we have that brand new battle plan that we get to play through as well. So first off then, let's take a look at Skragrot's frame. So yeah, here we have Skragrot's frame, and yeah, pretty cool. So only a few components. We got his main cape there, we got his staff of the bad moon there. We got the two halves of his head. We got his face there, I believe. Yes, that way around. There we go. And we got his main body there as well. And we got the little squigs that hold up his cape as he trudges through the battlefield. Yeah, we've got his little royal scepter there as well, and of course his crown of the Loonking. So yeah, nice little model. Great character for the Gloomspite Gits collection. So yeah, right. Next up then, let's take a look through issue 64. Right, moving on into the issue. We got another stuck page, lovely. So, for our read articles, we have all about Gobsprak, the mouth of Mork. We also learn about the history of the realm of fire in the fires of history. So we have collect, build, paint and play articles for Skragrot, and Bad Loon Rising as our battle plan. So, first off then, we learn all about Gobsprak, the mouth of Mork. Gobsprak is the most infamous of all Swampcaller shamans. He is the greatest prophet of Uruk kind and speaks directly to Mork. Or so he claims. Those who question him, though, are often found dead with their lungs full of swamp water, so even the more sceptical Uruks are slow to voice their doubts on the matter, at least within earshot. Plus, when you ride around on a giant vulture, yeah, you don't really want to mess with someone like that. So yeah, he's a named character for the Cruel Boys and is a Swampcaller shaman, so yeah, pretty cool. He has the ability to summon the powers of Mork to aid in battle. So he has a variety of magic gubbins, and he claims to know the future through know-whats and prophetic visions. And yeah, he is the mouth of Mork, so what he says is apparently Mork's direct requests. Moving on to fires of history. So looking at the realm of fire. So at the dawn of the age of Sigmar, the Stormcast Eternals ventured forth from Azir to retake the mortal realms from the powers of chaos. Actually, was the site of the first conflict as the Hammers of Sigmar descended from the heavens to face Corgus Cull, a mighty Lord of Khorne, and his blood-crazed hordes. So yeah, turning back to the very first edition of Age of Sigmar, where we had the first ever box set, which features Stormcast versus Khorne Bloodbound with a host of lovely new models and our first Stormcast Eternals. So Hammer Howl Aksha then is the second half of the Twin City. So City is so large it actually spreads across 2 realm gates. So half of it is in the realm of fire, the other half is in the realm of life. And yeah, the 2 houses together are known as the Twin-Tailed City. Then we have Dawnbringer Crusades. So these have evolved into a tightly regulated military operations. Early crusades that set out across the parched plains of Akshi were composed of whoever could be bribed, persuaded, or pressed into joining. So yeah, joining other order factions such as Stormcast, Free Guild, and even Dwardins, they tried to reclaim some of the lost territories of the different realms. Moving on, we got our articles focusing on our new model, Skragrot the Loonking. The bad moon spoke to me once. Never again. So Skragrot is the self-proclaimed king of the Gloomspite Gits. He is the master of madness, inducing magic of grot-kind, and a cunning commander. He leads vast hordes of grots, troggoths, and other subterranean monsters across the land to grow his kingdom and chase the bad moon. So we got a reason for why he has joined your force. A little bit here about him being the prophet of the bad moon. And his chosen tactic while leading your particular force. And then we got great deeds and even some epic deeds that he might have managed to pull off in battle. So pretty cool. So our build article, he is pretty simple. He's only 7 components. So we glue the head into the one half of the body before we glue the back half of the head in place, gluing the left leg into the body as well, with the right leg even with the right arm and the staff. Then we glue on the left arm and the left side of his crown, and then we got there for the moment. So he's babbling one and the moon on a stick. Finally then, we take the 2 halves of the cape, glue them to his shoulders, and add his carry squigs as well. And there we have him. So yeah, pretty easy model to build, and yeah, lovely little crazy character to add to our Gloomspite Gits. Moving on, we got our paint article for him. So much like all our other grots, we're base coating him with Abaddon Black, picking out his flesh with Auric Flesh, wood and fur with Catch and Flesh, his shoes and squigs and little pouch with Khorne Red, Lead Belcher for most of the metals, so including his crown, end of his staff and his chin, Wraithbone for any small mushrooms, the skull on top of the staff, and the teeth on our squigs, as well as any bits of rope and string. Runelord Brass to pick out some of the gold moon insignias scattered across the model. Cantor Blue for the little blue vial under his cloak. Mephiston Red to pick out the tops of the mushrooms on his hat. And Avalanche Sunset for the 2 moon icons on him, so the staff and the one on his cape. Then we're moving on to our shading, so non-oil on the gold, silver and the brown, I forgot the colour, as well as the red and blue details. Then Agrax Earthshade on the caps of the mushrooms, the bronze, etc. A fading camera shade for his flesh. Gryph-hound Orange on the small mushrooms on his staff. Skeleton Horde for all the Wraithbone details, so bandages, string and the skull. And Reichland Flesh Shade over our yellow details. Moving on to highlighting, so we've got a quite detailed highlight guide as he is a named character. So we're highlighting the flesh with Ogren Camo, his furs with Balor Brown, the crown of Stormhost Silver, as well as any other little trinkets and medallions. A white scar for areas that we've picked out with Skeleton Horde. Teklas blue for the vial on his hip, and Dawnstone highlighting all the black robes. Wraithbone is used to highlight the moon's symbols, as well as the small orange mushrooms. Then we paint his eyes and his mouth, so paint both areas with Catch and Flesh, paint the eyes and Mephiston red, teeth with Wraithbone before we wash both the eyes with Agrax and the teeth with Skeleton Horde, and then pick out the teeth with a little dot of white scar. And there we have a finished bonus character for our collection. So yeah, pretty cool. Would have been nice perhaps to have him as a special character pack on his own, but yeah, it's nice to have him in the main collection. I guess it's something to have as a bit of a premium character and to go a little further with the detail. So next up we got his rules. He's got quite a lot of rules and some pretty in-depth ones. Main one though, he is a War Master, so you must have this guy as your general if he's in your army, and he is a wizard. So he's got various different weapons, so the moon on a stick, which is his staff, the babbling wand. His crown gives him a 4+ ward and adds one to his casting and unbinding. Then we've got the entreaty rule and fangs of the bad moon as well. And tutorials for the moon on the stick, fangs of the bad moon, and the Loonking's entreaty. Next up then, we have a battle plan pretty much specifically done for our brand new model. So this is the Bad Loon Rising. So Alliance of Order, you take 3 heroes and 5 troops. The Alliance of Destruction, you must take Skragrot, 2 other heroes, and 5 troops. So all 4 battle mats, 4 objectives, and we have very small deployment zones along the short edges. So yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of moving in order to take that battlefield for ourselves. And as usual on the back, we've got Eve and Ian's views on the battle, what army units they took in their army, and there's a space to record yours there as well. Looking into the future then, so 65 brings us a new piece of terrain, the Guardian Idol, battlefields of Akshi, and the more core tactics. On the 66 we have 2 new colours to add to our paint collection, Squig Orange and Wild Rider Red, plus we learn about the Realm of Life there as well. Right, I'll bring everything back in for my final thoughts. So there we have it, nice to have a pretty special named character for the destruction side that isn't a member of a warband. So yeah, having the Loon King himself is pretty cool to add to our force. So yeah, we haven't really had a proper named character since I think it was Garda Steel Soul early on. We are going to be getting Bastion Karthalos, the Grand Master of the Hammers of Sigmar. So yeah, we got some more Stormcast characters come, and pretty much that's it. We just got regular ranking characters in the Orcs that's coming out very soon. But other than that, it's a really good issue. Lovely detailed paint guide, nicely done, and yeah, other than that, some nice little bits of information and a really nicely done special battle that allows you to take that special character as mandatory, really. So yeah, you can easily do a full grot focused army there. Let me know what you thought of it though in the comment section down below, and until next time, stay safe, happy hobbying, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.